Hello? Hi, it's me, CryptoClick. Yeah, I notice you're trading on crypto exchanges, but without any benefits at all? That's madness. You know, I've been made an affiliate partner with pretty much every exchange out there, so if you want to get some benefits, you might as well set up exchanges with the links that I've got in the video description or in my Telegram and Discord. You can get welcome bonuses for signing up, or even better, up to 20% off all your trading fees for life. Yeah, I know, what a treat. So next time you fancy setting up an exchange, use some of the links that I've got in my video description, because otherwise you're mugging yourself off. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, but first, before we establish some TA on this chart, which I have to say doesn't look particularly friendly right now, just talking about traditional markets very briefly, because we have been doing the everything bounce for the last 7 weeks. It's been pretty good, and I am definitely prepared to take some chips off the table today. And the reason being, it's not particularly to do with their charts. The charts have worked out quite well, but it's more along the lines of this week being a bit of a dodgy week. So we got earnings coming through for some of these major tech stocks and a lot of other stocks as well. So earnings coming through, not entirely sure how those earnings are going to look, but I'm expecting the worst just because of inflation, lack of spending, circulation of cash, your consumer in a bit of a a guarded mode. So I'm expecting earnings to be down. They may not be negative, but they will certainly be down in my opinion. And we'll see how that transfers to the market. Also, the next FOMC meeting is due to take place, I believe, tomorrow. So they're discussing and announcing the next rate hike, which could be anything from a 50 basis point to 100, so a full on percent. Fed's still quite happy to tackle inflation. I think that they are probably going to go higher rather than lower, because if I was them, I would look at this everything balance that we've been talking about and go, we'll see, the markets are okay. The fear is still there, but they are quite happy to play. And this is something that I said, what was this, 7 weeks ago when we got in at the bottom of stocks. It's all there for you to see. It's all there for you to see. And so we're thinking about some of these individual stocks. So this is obviously just the NASDAQ, a measly 11%, fair enough. We've got Amazon at 20%, we've got Apple at 18%, we've got Tesla at 28%, and Microsoft at a measly 7%. There's always one, isn't there? There's always one. But it's been decent, all right? And look, I should have shorted oil as well, because I called the top on that, but I'm not a big fan of using derivatives unless I'm able to keep track of it. And obviously, especially in the moment, summer holidays, I've got a kid somewhere in this house running around rioting, and they will be doing that for the best part of 6 weeks. So not really a futures trader's paradise, to be honest with you. So let's think about Bitcoin now then. So like I said, we have broken down below these major areas, which is this. First of all, this is a big deal really, to get back below this area, 21,600. We're back within the range that we were in before, making this look now like a bit of a failed breakout. Now we had a little peak above there. This one was a lot better, but the golden cross, although being retested, we got rejected from the descending trend here within the context of a descending triangle, which is more bearish than bullish, and so it has broken down from that. Obviously, the channel that we're in is also broken down from as well. And we're finding support here on this 200 simple moving average. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Moving average. So we saw a little bit of this before we moved up to the next line. That's hopium. I'm not really expecting to see anything like that, although we could bounce from here up to the 200 exponential. Because just like when you get a retest of a golden cross, you would expect a retest of a death cross as well to see if it's still valid. So there is potentially a move leading us all the way up to around 22,000 today. Maybe tomorrow, but that, in my opinion, would likely push us down. This trend line here is still obviously relevant, and this will keep going down from what I can see every 4 hours to the tune of about $80 an hour or something like that. So it's still not looking very good. No bullish divergence at any point really outside of just this money flow index. So the money flow index does have a bit of bullish divergence, but I would much rather see it on the RSI because this is just 4 hourly here, and we want to see a change of momentum. And at the moment, the momentum is still fully to the down. So we can work out that 21,000 is acting as a support. It's a moving average of significance, fair enough. If we move it to the daily, we can do something that I don't normally do, but I know a lot of people like to do it. We do a fib retracement from the breakdown area to more or less the bottom of this range. Where are we? Here, and you can see that. Sorry. You know, I'm rushing. I've got, like I say, I've got my 5-year-old's got the reign of the house. She knows that I've got to work. She could be doing anything right now. Right, so yeah, we can see here that the 236 is basically where we're getting support from as well. So there is a fib extension, and you won't see me do that much. It's not like I don't believe fibs. Fibs work. I just think my charts are messy enough, and they tell us all we need to know for the most part on moving averages. As you can see, the 4-hourly is basically exactly the same as that fib extension, and the beauty of this moving average is that it trends with price, and so it's, in my opinion, it's better. But I'm not slagging off fibs. I'm just saying fibs are fine. Moving averages are my preference. So yeah, we are getting support here, which is also, like I say, that fib extension, but the fib retracement. But if I had to say, I'd say it's a bit of a non-tradable area, really, to be honest with you. We might find that small bounce. It's not for me to try and trade a $1,000 bounce on Bitcoin. And traditional markets, if anything, I'm going to be looking to see what the pre-market is around 2 o'clock today, see how the pre-market moves into the open, and decide whether or not I take profit on these stocks that have all done very well. Because the everything bounce, like I say, it was an everything bounce. It's done quite well. That's not bad. You know what I mean? When everyone was calling for the absolute, horrendous black hole to swallow up every single thing to the last penny, and actually, instead, what we got was, a nice bounce from that. That's what we were trying to play, and it looks like it might be over. It may not be, we'll have to see, but again, there's too many things outside of this chart right now to make me feel a little nervous, and if there is continuation and brewing strength to continue to new all-time highs or whatever, then obviously I'll get back in, and I'll choose my stocks more appropriately. This is more of a safety play with the major indexes in the top 4 of the tech sector that I played. Outside of that, though, there was one altcoin that I've been eyeing up. I made a video on it earlier on this week, which is Atom. Has come down now to our major area of support and potential buy zone. So I missed this. Obviously, this all took place while I was fast asleep. And I'd like to see how it continues. And this is for Atom holders or whatever to get potentially excited about. This could be a bounce to take us up to a new all-time high with the Bitcoin pair, not the new all-time high, sorry, but on this current trend. It looks quite good, in all fairness. We got the bounce from exactly where we wanted it to be, and unfortunately I didn't get to take advantage of it because I was fast asleep. So we can see we're already 5.5% up almost at the moment with its Bitcoin pair. There's going to be a few perform this way, but me personally, unless I'm able to execute the trade while I'm awake, I'm not going to be jumping in on this one. But there are altcoins that are showing decent signs of strength, and Atom generally being one of those as well. The main thing to focus on would be this area here of 4,600 sats, basically, which is the breakdown zone, and that could push us all the way up to 6,000 and see where we go from there. It's a nice looking chart, I have to say, but I'm only prepared to play alts. Personally, I only really want to be buying alts at the appropriate places. I don't want to be FOMOing in, and the reason being, Bitcoin dominance, baby. Bitcoin dominance. It's getting closer and closer and closer to the 40%. And if Bitcoin wants to break down to a larger extent, or at least sweep those previous lows back into the upper teens, which is all very plausible, to be honest with you, I don't want to be holding too many altcoins around these zones. And if I do buy into an altcoin, it has to be as perfect as possible for an entry point with a destination which is realistic. So Atom would have been one of those for me. Unfortunately, I was asleep. The beauty of moving averages is they give you moving trend lines of support and resistance. The drawback is that it makes it much harder to put buy orders in, because as you've seen, with every 4 hours that go by, those buy orders will change. They'll be different. But yeah, Atom's still looking quite good, and there'll be a handful of alts, and we'll be looking at those on the live stream, which is tonight. So if you want to join that, Patreon members only, £7.50 a month, 2 live streams a week. Links in the description below, and I'll see you there. But at the end of the day, let's just see if Bitcoin can perform a measly bounce from where we are basically right now to that 22,000, and see what reaction we have from there. There is sometimes occasionally what we'll see as a fake out of a descending triangle, and then we actually get back in and then we break out, but not normally at this stage in the formation. We'd normally expect to see this as we get closer to the end of the apex. We would expect to see either a breakdown and then a move back out, or a breakout and a move back down. But usually if you get a breakdown around this area. The earlier that you break out or down from a formation like this, more likely it is that you will get continuation. So I'll be looking personally for a retest of the golden cross, and then probably a rejection, and maybe back into the $20,000 or lower over time. But remember, we are at the mercy of traditional markets. That's why I said that at the very beginning. We've got a few things going on this week which is going to impact them, which will impact crypto through association. So I'm prepared to sell half of the stocks that I bought on that everything bounce, with an eye to sell the rest if we do look like we've changed the bouncy behaviour. I just want to protect myself, because there will be a brighter day, and it's been a decent 2 months of trading. Basically, it's been a decent 2 months of trading. It'd be a shame to see all of that wiped out, just because I didn't listen to what the charts are saying, and I didn't listen to well, the general vibe of the economy right now, which is that we're sitting around waiting for the FOMC meeting. Oh, what's he going to say? Is it going to be 50 basis points? Is it going to be 75? I just don't know. And the markets are basically just saying that too. Saying, I don't know what's going on. You know, the pre-market for Nasdaq for the last couple of days basically just unchanged completely. So yeah, you know, caution is real, and that's all part of trading. It's not fear, it's caution. Like, we've made profit over the last 2 months. We've made a lot of profit, you know, a couple of 100% across the board. It's been pretty decent. But now it's time to sit back and wait and see which way we go. And in my opinion, I think the larger term timeframes do point to further downside before anything changes to go back up again. But we'll see. Yeah, we will see. The best thing to do is sit, watch, and wait. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.